Okay, so today we're joined by Tony and Tina. We've gone through the keyhole into their kitchen and we're just going to ask them a few questions about how this is all going. So firstly, how are you guys doing?
Well, we haven't gone insane yet, I don't think, have we?
That's good news.
Yeah, we've got plenty of films to watch on Netflix. Not quite know what day it is sometimes, though. I think you lose some track of reality. And I don't know what day is it today, Friday.
Yeah.
Every day the day seems to blend, so you're not quite knowing, because you haven't got that structured routine in your life. You seem to be losing that, what the days and their purposes are. So we're just stuck in this like Sunday afternoon type of feeling.
So what would you say has been the hardest part of it so far? Is it about that routine and the loss of routine?
The hardest part for me is being afraid for my family with the COVID-19 and not seeing them and not having the freedom what you usually have.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, you've just posted on Slack, haven't you, about a particular member of your family team that you wanted us to pray for?
Yeah, my sister, she's really ill at the moment. So I'm just praying for her. So it hits home when somebody you know personally has got this virus.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's been one of the difficult parts, hasn't it? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think for me as well, it's especially with Mum being 95 and living over, you know, having to tell the carers not to come no more. So then that puts most of that bed on yourself. So I'm the only person going in the house now and caring for her. So, but you know, I was thinking about this yesterday. I was thinking, you know, how every bad situation God will do good. And I spent more time with Mum. I know it's been a short period, but I seem to spend a lot more time with Mum and getting to know her. And I don't know, it's strange, really, in a different way. It's like with Amber being at home all the time, Tina. Well, don't get me wrong, there's times when we have to go to separate rooms because we get in each other's neck. And I think that's just quite normal and quite human. But I don't know, we have the pressures of life are there on our shoulders. So you seem to get to know each other maybe in a different way where you usually wouldn't be able to.
You've managed to think about some of the things that have maybe been a bit better in this situation, a bit more time with family, a bit less kind of the day-to-day stress. Any other things that you think of you found to be the best part of this isolation?
For me, I've set up groups where people can speak to each other. And it's really good to get to know, like what Tony said, people properly, have a proper time to speak to people. And even I sent my sister a message this morning, telling her how good Jesus was and what he can do for her, and that she's not alone in her house on her own, that he's with her, and to call on him. And just being able to tell people about Jesus at this time to give them comfort, it's been great.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a few people have talked about it almost feeling like some extra doors are being opened in terms of having some of those conversations, and you guys have found that as well. Brilliant.
Yeah.
What are you missing? What was that, Tony?
No, I was going to say, I was reading the best on Hebrews, where it says that he endured the cross. And his endurance gave us salvation. And I think out of that bad situation came something good for us. And I think also that out of this bad situation, something good will come for others. Like you said, you spoke to your sister, Debbie. Now, usually that opportunity, I'm not saying opportunity never came to share it, but that opportunity came through this, through the suffering, through the virus. And I think God will use that suffering to bring about opportunities.
I think it's really easy to get just focused on the kind of worry and the fear of coronavirus. And some of the other online forums that I'm part of, people are kind of going, we accept that, but let's think of something that's bigger than that and greater than that. I think you're right. What are you missing the most in terms of, you said of all the daily routines and things have been messed up, what would you say you're missing the most? Is it your doner kebabs, Tony?
Yeah, that would be one of the answers to that question. But yeah, no, seriously, I would say that day-to-day stuff. You know, family. I mean, there's Daniel, Stacey, Benjamin.
Yeah.
You know, that day-to-day stuff you just take for granted so much. You know, has been taken from you because of the virus, and so definitely them things definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, my grandson. Yeah, I just saw him all the time. He was just the light of my life, and I just miss him so much. I just can't wait to
Yeah.
hug him.
Yeah. Yeah. If you knew then what you know now, were there any things you might have done differently to prepare yourselves for this lockdown?
Get first. But more wool, more hobbies.
Okay.
But more toilet rolls? No. I don't really know. I don't know. What could you have done to prepare yourself?
That's the thing. It's a bit of a pointless question, isn't it? Because we're kind of all in the position that we're in. But yeah, if we've got kind of friends in other countries who are maybe going to face this in the days or weeks to come, is there any nuggets of wisdom we could pass on?
Yeah, they're all the same. They all follow suit. I don't think it's going to happen to their country. I don't think it's going to happen to them. And if we could have just listened to China, we could have just listened to Italy, we could have done things quicker. But yeah, in hindsight, yeah, that is true.
So, okay, is there anything, this is your chance now, is there anything that you'd like to say to the rest of the church family while you've got their attention?
I think for me, there's a verse what comes to mind, and it says, "The Lord is my shepherd." And that doesn't mean that as He's gathering us all together, none of us will get bit by the wolves, or sometimes things might not go our way. That's the reality of life. I could say the Lord is my shepherd and He's going to keep us all safe, and we're all going to be back as one big happy family, which I hope so. But the reality is that don't always happen in life. But the Lord is our shepherd, and He will guide us, and He will bring us back together, and He is with us. And I think we just got to hold on to that. That is, you know, if 99 sheep are there, one goes missing, they're not looking for it. He's a God who cares and loves us. And yes, there may be wolves there. And I'm not saying, like I said earlier, one or two of us might not get a bite off a wolf. One or two of us might get poorly from the virus. But He is with us, and He is our shepherd, and He does care and love for us.
Any messages for the church family that you've got, Tina? I was going to ask in a minute about any verses that are important, but Tony's already maybe given his. What about yourself, Tina?
Well, I just want you to keep strong, because the Lord our God is with us, and He is good.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
That's good. And what's the first thing you're going to do when you're back in church with all of us? What do you think the first thing you're going to do is?
For me, is praise the mighty name of Jesus and thank Him for bringing us back.
Yeah, definitely. I think thank you. I'm going to look around at everybody when we're singing the songs. Just look around at everybody and say, you know, just have that thought to ourselves. It was difficult. It was a difficult time for us all. But we're all in. We're back together as a family, and looking forward to that time just to celebrate and worship God as a family together.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for your time. We'll make this up into a lovely little video, and we'll go through the keyholes of more houses in church over the coming weeks. Final question, which I didn't prepare you for. You've already mentioned it, Tony, but we need to get a kind of sense of who's got what. So have you got any spare toilet rolls?
No, we're holding them. They're in the airing cupboard if anybody's desperate.
Brilliant. So we all know now we can go to Tony and Tina's or post on Slack that we need some toilet rolls, and Tony and Tina have got a load in their airing cupboard. So, right, I'm going to say bye, Tony and Tina. Thank you very much. See you later. Bye.
Bye.